Hello everyone. So firstly log into the Power BI portal. www.powerbi.com. Now I am starting with licenses. Microsoft offers several licensing options to meet the diverse needs of users, ranging from individuals to large enterprises. Here are the main types of licenses available. Power BI free for 60 days. Power BI free is the basic, no-cost version of Power BI. It provides access to many features of Power BI, including data visualization, interactive reports, and dashboards. With Power BI free, users can create and share reports and dashboards, but there are limitations on data capacity, sharing capabilities, and access to certain advanced features. Power BI Pro. Power BI Pro is the standard paid license for individual users. It includes all the features of Power BI free, plus additional capabilities such as higher data capacity limits, advanced sharing options, and access to premium content packs. Power BI Pro users can also collaborate more effectively with others by sharing reports and dashboards, creating and participating in app workspaces, and accessing more data connectors. Power BI Premium. Power BI Premium is an enterprise-level license designed for organizations with large user bases or complex data requirements. It includes all the features of Power BI Pro, as well as additional premium features such as increased data capacity, dedicated cloud resources, and enhanced security and compliance capabilities. Power BI Premium also enables organizations to distribute content to users who do not have Power BI Pro licenses through Power BI apps. Power BI Embedded. Power BI Embedded is a licensing option for developers and ISVs, independent software vendors, who want to embed Power BI analytics into their own applications or websites. It allows developers to integrate Power BI capabilities directly into their applications, providing end users with interactive reports and dashboards without requiring them to have separate Power BI licenses. Power BI Embedded is priced based on usage, with costs determined by the number of render and data refresh operations performed by the embedded reports. Then next main components of Power BI Service. The Power BI Service is the cloud-based platform where you can publish, share, and collaborate on Power BI reports and dashboards. Here are the main components of the Power BI service. Workspace. Workspaces are collaborative environments where you can organize and share content such as reports, dashboards, data sets, and data flows. There are different types of workspaces in Power BI, including My Workspace, Personal Workspace, App Workspaces, Shared Workspaces for teams or groups, and Shared Workspaces, workspaces shared with specific individuals. Reports. Reports in Power BI are interactive visualizations that allow users to explore and analyze data. These reports can contain various types of visualizations such as charts, graphs, tables, and maps, and they can be created using the Power BI desktop application or directly within the Power BI service. Dashboards. Dashboards are collections of visualizations, tiles, from one or more reports or data sets. They provide a high-level overview of key metrics and KPIs and allow users to monitor performance and trends at a glance. Dashboards can be pinned from reports or created directly in the Power BI service. Datasets. Datasets in Power BI represent the underlying data that powers reports and dashboards. Datasets can be imported from external data sources or created using Power Query to connect, transform, and model data. They can also be refreshed on a schedule to ensure that the data is up to date. Data flows. Data flows allow users to build, manage, and share reusable data preparation and ETL, extract, transform, load, processes in Power BI. Data flows enable organizations to create a centralized data repository that can be used across multiple reports and data sets, ensuring consistency and accuracy of data. Paginated reports. Paginated reports, formerly known as SQL Server Reporting Services or SSRS reports, are traditional, pixel-perfect reports that are designed for printing or exporting to PDF or Excel. Paginated reports can be created using Power BI Report Builder or migrated from existing SSRS reports. App workspaces. App workspaces are shared spaces where teams or groups collaborate on Power BI content. App workspaces can contain reports, dashboards, data sets, data flows, and paginated reports, and they provide access control and permissions management to ensure that only authorized users can view or edit content. Data Gateway. The Power BI Data Gateway allows you to connect on-premises data sources to the Power BI service, enabling scheduled data refreshes for datasets stored in on-premises databases or files. These are some of the main components of the Power BI service that enable users to create, share, and consume interactive reports and dashboards based on their data. Then next, the difference between My Workspace and Workspace. My Workspace. My Workspace is a personal workspace in the Power BI service associated with an individual user's account. It serves as a private area where users can develop, experiment, and store Power BI content for personal use or individual projects. Users have full control over the content within their My Workspace and can publish reports, dashboards, and datasets from here. Content created in My Workspace is typically not shared by default and is only visible to the user who created it. Workspace. In contrast, Workspace typically refers to shared workspaces in the Power BI service. These shared workspaces can be either app workspaces or shared workspaces. App workspaces are shared spaces where teams or groups collaborate on Power BI content. They are created for specific projects, departments, or initiatives and can be associated with Office 365 groups. Shared workspaces are deprecated and being replaced by app workspaces. They function similarly to app workspaces but are being phased out in favor of the newer app workspace model. Workspaces, whether app or shared, allow multiple users to collaborate on reports, dashboards, data sets, and other Power BI assets within a shared environment. Access to content within a workspace can be managed through role-based permissions, allowing workspace owners to control who can view or edit the content. So, next topic is roles. In Power BI workspaces, there are several types of roles that define the permissions and access levels for workspace members. These roles determine what actions users can perform within the workspace and what content they can access. Here are the main types of roles in Power BI workspaces. Admin. Admins have full control over the workspace, including managing members, changing settings, and deleting the workspace. They can add or remove members, promote members to admins, and assign roles to workspace members. Member. Members have access to all content within the workspace, including reports, dashboards, and datasets. They can create, edit, and delete content within the workspace, as well as share content with other members. However, they cannot manage workspace settings or add or remove other members. Contributor. Contributors have similar permissions to members but with some limitations. They can create and edit content within the workspace, but they cannot delete content or share content with other members. This role is useful for users who need to contribute to the development of reports and dashboards without having full control over the workspace. Viewer. Viewers have read-only access to the content within the workspace. They can view reports and dashboards but cannot make any changes to the content or share it with others. This role is suitable for users who only need to view and interact with reports and dashboards without editing them. About. The About section typically provides general information about the workspace, such as its name, description, creation date, and owner. Premium. The Premium section appears for workspaces that are hosted on Power BI Premium capacity. It includes settings related to Power BI Premium features and capabilities, such as dataset size limits, reserved capacity settings, and premium features availability. Azure Connections. The Azure Connections section allows users to establish connections to Azure services within the workspace. It enables integration with Azure data sources and services, such as Azure SQL Database, Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake Storage, and Azure Synapse Analytics. System Storage. The System Storage section displays information about the amount of storage used by the workspace for system-related data, such as datasets, reports, and other workspace artifacts. It allows administrators to monitor and manage storage usage within the workspace. Git integration. The Git integration section allows users to connect the workspace to a Git repository for version control and collaboration on Power BI assets. It enables users to manage changes to reports, datasets, and other artifacts using Git version control workflows. OneLake. The OneLake section refers to integration with Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, which allows users to store and analyze large volumes of data in a data lake format. It enables users to leverage the scalability and flexibility of Azure Data Lake Storage for storing and processing big data within the Power BI environment. Workspace identity. The Workspace Identity section allows administrators to configure the identity and authentication settings for the workspace. It includes options for managing access controls, authentication methods, and identity providers for users accessing the workspace. Network security. The Network Security section includes settings related to network connectivity and security for the workspace. It allows administrators to configure firewall rules, IP address whitelisting, and other network security measures to control access to the workspace from specific network locations. Spark settings. The Spark Settings section appears for workspaces that are enabled for Apache Spark integration. It includes settings related to Spark cluster configuration, such as cluster size, instance types, and Spark version, for running big data analytics and machine learning workloads within the workspace. Then after go the workspace, there we have option like new. So by clicking on the new, it will ask for options like what you want to create, like reports, notebooks, data lake, data flow, data pipeline, KQL database, data warehouse. Then after we have upload option, we can upload a .lbix or .rdl file to your workspace. Then after, deployment pipeline would typically refer to a structured process or workflow for deploying Power BI artifacts, such as reports, data sets, and dashboards, from one environment to another. This process ensures that changes made to Power BI content are properly tested, validated, and promoted through different stages, such as development, testing, and production, before being released to end users. Then next, source control typically refers to the practice of managing and versioning Power BI assets such as reports, data sets, and dashboards using a source control system. This allows teams to collaborate effectively on Power BI development projects, track changes, and maintain a history of modifications to Power BI artifacts. Then next, Monitoring Hub. View and track the status of the activities across all the workspaces for which you have permissions within Microsoft Fabric. Then next, OneLake Data Hub, so it will show the all related data /. Then next, Home tab is for we can see the recommended files and we see the lastly which one we used. Then next, Create tab is for creating the data activator related content, data engineer related content, data warehouse, data factory, data science, Power BI related content. Then next, Browse tab to see the recent actions and favorites who are shared the reports with you. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe the channel for more tech videos.